Okay, so you have to understand something about a healed person, right? When a healed person gets either triggered or hurt, or they have to process something that is going on in their life, what happens is, I know, okay, I'm gonna speak for me. You know, when something happens to me, or what they say for me, to me, um, before my first reaction would just be to fall the hell apart. Like to fall apart, to be like, oh, see, this is what always happens. And I do say that, like, that's usually, I'm still working on it because it's usually still my first go-to. My first go-to is, oh my God, this is just, this is what it always is. That's my first, and I'm working on it. So I told you, I'm gonna be as transparent with you guys as possible. I'm working on it. And I realized that it shouldn't be my first go-to, but I'm working on it. So let's talk about that first. So like my first go-to is just like, fuck, this is what, like really, like this is what we doing, and I'm proud to say it doesn't last as long as it used to, because that used to last days. And now it's more like, bitch, fix your crown. Like, bitch, do you know what you've been through? Bitch, fix your crown. Your crown is slipping right now. Just fix your crown. Fix your crown, go eat a sandwich, and go drink some coffee or some tea or something. Or go make something. Go make something, go take a nap. That's what I want to tell you guys to do. When things hit you, or like things catch you off guard, or people piss you off at work, just pause. Like, pause. Because honestly, that pause helps a whole lot. Just pause and be like, okay, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? We've been through worse. We've been through worse than this shit. Like, worse. This is like a penny. This is like a penny to $1,000. It's not that serious. So it's like, my pause has enacted. So, right? So before I was like, blah, 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 said what I said, cleared that emotion, went to bed, right? Woke up, tomorrow will always come. Tomorrow will always come. Remember that. Tomorrow will always come. I know it feels like shit right now. I know it feels like shit right now. I know it hurts. I know it's burning. There's a burn in the middle of your chest that you can't get rid of. I need you to understand it's going to get better. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You're going to move forward, and you might move forward alone. You might move forward with other people. You might move forward, whatever. You're going to move forward. Just keep moving forward. Just keep going forward, because if you keep going forward, it's going to get better. And I'm telling you from experience, it's going to get better if you keep going forward. The next day always comes. Do you understand? So what I need the people who triggered the people to understand is, when you trigger a healed person, and you be like, oh, you're healed, why do you have triggers? Are you insane? A gun will always have a trigger. A gun will always have a trigger. So why do you think that just because you're healed, or just because your partner says that they're healed, that they're not going to have any triggers? Of course they're going to have triggers. They're going to have triggers. They're just going to make sure that trigger doesn't shoot or doesn't hurt anyone. You understand? So what happens is that they shut the fuck up. They shut down. They shut up. They're sitting there listening to the counsel. It's like I know for me, like, it's like going into a council room, and I'm sitting there as the high empress. I'm sitting there and I'm watching all my shit in front of me plead their case. Why are we doing this? Like, are you out of your mind? Like, this is what we're doing. And and the thing is, now that I have sat and placed myself in my own throne, my voices speak to me different. Like, before, I know I had voices before that it would make me feel like shit. Like, it would make me feel like I'm the problem. That's not what's going on now. With healed people, what happens is, yes, they get triggered and they shut down. Not all of us, but I know I do. I shut down, and I don't shut down I no longer shut down as a punishment to the other person, because I used to do that. I used to shut down to punish the other person, to make them, this is what we doing? Bet. I can show you better than I can tell you. So that's what I used to do. Now I don't do that. What I do is I shut down, I stay quiet, and I listen to each part of me plead their case. I listen to each part of my spirit team to plead their case. I listen to that person's spirit team to plead their case. And it's like, and I'm sitting here and I'm making a decision. That's what's happening. Healed people make decisions. Unhealed people just get angry. They just get angry for no reason. I don't waste my anger. My anger cannot be wasted. So I don't waste it. So for me, it's like, I want you guys, and like I always tell you what I'm doing so I can show you what to do, because it's working for me. I still got to function. This would have been easier. Now I understand why it's easier when you have nothing going on to fall apart, because you have nothing going on. So you can fall apart. I got too much stuff going on. I have too many businesses up in the air that is at the peak of jumping off, that I'm going to allow this shit to derail me. I can't do it. And you should not allow this shit to derail you. Whatever it is, don't allow it to derail you. I'm not saying that, burn it all down, but just let your counsel deal with it. Let them bring to you what they see. And instead of you telling them what you see, because right now, me, whoever's talking to you, what I see is not what's happening. So I need to sit down, shut up, and listen to the counsel and see what they're showing me, see what the next day shows me, see what the next day shows me. I'm not making any decisions right away because I need to see what the next day shows me. Does that make sense? So for me, it's like, I got to go do this. I got to go do that. I got to go make another hoodie. You understand? I got to post the hoodies that I'm making. I got to finish packaging hair oil. I got to do I got shit to do. So I need to listen to my counsel. That's what they are here for. That's what your spirit team is here for. I know I need to make a video on how to listen to your spirit team. So check that one out. That might be today, because we got a lot of shit to do today. And another thing is, busyness makes the pain hurt less. All right. Stay up, stay blessed. I love you guys. Deuces, and I'm out.